Oh yeah, smokes is gone now. The other day, I started up my car. This is a Ford Explorer Sport. I started my car the other day and it was putting off a lot of blue smoke. I couldn't figure out why was it doing that. But after doing all the checks and balance to figure out why it was, I discovered that the EcoBoost has gone bad. EcoBoost has gone bad. So let me show you here. This is a 3.5 motor V6 EcoBoost engine. And as I can show you down there, as you can look, I'm putting the screwdriver all the way down to the bottom, if you can see here. I hope you can see that. See the shiny object down the bottom that I have, the screwdriver down here, this piece right here. That's the EcoBoost. I bought a new one and I removed the old one, of course. That was off camera. I removed the old one and I replaced the new one and this engine. Now, after replacing the new one and got everything all hooked up, you know, I mean, get everything ready, started the engine, of course, the smoke fadedly died, because that was the problem. Let me show you the old one. This is the old one that I took off here. This is the old EcoBoost. If you can look where the problem was, I'll show you. See this little wheels that are inside of here? You see how loose it is? It come apart and get loose. So the oil of the engine goes through. So instead of the oil goes through and came back out through here and go back into the engine, because this go bad and damaged, because this is like a wheel, like a propeller wheel that spins and cool the system down, because so the oil is supposed to come back out right over here back into the system. Instead, the oil did not come back out of here. The oil goes straight through the system and comes out all the way out here into the exhaust. So the oil was just flowing out. Let me turn this around. If you can look and see how oily it is in there, oil was just flowing out through this area into the exhaust system and blowing out behind the car. So you see trails of oil squeaking on the roadside and things like that, because the oil did not go back into the system. And what that does, it caused it to blow out the oil out of the system through the tailpipe. So I got that replaced. Now here's the story. I got that replaced and that is doing very good. But after doing that, start the engine, I discovered something else stopped working. Now, what is that problem? The car started to get overheated. No hot air coming out through the vent. You know, I live in the cold, part of the United States where we need heat. Oil started flowing out through the tailpipe, got that fixed. Then after that, the car started getting overheated. Now, why is the car getting overheated? Somebody helps me with it. I don't know. Because after doing my connection and connects back all my, I discovered the car is overheating and no heat coming from the interior of the car. So now that is my next battle to tackle. What I normally do, this is our first check, you're gonna make sure you check, because I wind up change the thermostat in the car. Thermostat is right over here. You can't see it now, but it's right behind this vent tube. This is the thermostat housing right here that I pointed that screwdriver on. So the thermostat, I changed the thermostat. So, well, maybe I changed the thermostat because what I was doing, I was actually overhauling the car, changing oil and transmission oil and, air filter and spark plugs and all those things I'm doing. Now, changing the thermostat, it did not change anything from the overheat. So this is the next step that I will take care of today. And hopefully I'll find the issue. There is oil in the system, antifreeze is in the system, it's all full, but the car get overheat and cold here coming from the inside. Now, the next battle I'm gonna tackle is right here. This is where the heater core connected to the hose that comes from the motor into the system, if you can see. This is one of the hose, and the next one is here, that the hot water from the coolant goes through the system, through this hose, into the heater core, into the system, and then come back through in this bottom hose here, and then go back into the system and reheat and circle around and go back through this one into the system again. However, there is no communication between the coolant and the heater core that goes into the engine. So what I decide to do today, I'm going to take off this hose. I'm going to try to purge the system out, which on the radiator, I purged the radiator out, but of course the radiator did not make any difference. So I'm assuming that this is where the real check is, in the heater core. And this is a real check, because to change this one is not a piece of cake. So I'm going to try to purge the system out from here, and hopefully that works. And if it don't work, I have to tackle the whole heater core, which I have to take down the whole dashboard and all of those things to get to the heater core. So what I'm going to say to you guys, stay tuned. Stay tuned for the next chapter of this adventure. Stay tuned. Back to our video, guys. I told you earlier on I had to cut the video because I could not hold the camera and do the work at the same time. I was telling you about the heat and the overheat in the system. Couldn't get no heat in the car. However, guys, what I did now, I find a way to do it. I told you before I was going to take off these two holes from the heater core, coming from the one coming from the thermostat housing, and one coming from the head itself that goes into the heater core. So what the heater core do, this one push the water, bring the water out. This hose bring the water out that I'm using here from the heater core into the engine to get reheated and go back. And this one over here bring the water out into the engine. So what I have to do, I take off both hoses and put water hose from the outdoor. I flushed it out and not reconnected. I flushed it out with cold water, and then what I do, there was some air was built up in the system, and because air built up in the system, it wouldn't work. So what I do, I open the coolant reservoir over here and release the pressure. While I'm doing that, I release the pressure from the hose that goes to the heater core. And so what it does, I flushed it out that way. I keep pouring water into the reservoir while I have these hoses off and have the water going through the reservoir, going through the engine. Realize that it is flowing here. So what I do, I connect one hose to this hose right here and leave this one off. And so what I did, I keep pouring in water through the reservoir. The water keep going through, coming out on this side and coming out cold. Cold water keep flushing through this one until the water circulate and all the air comes out. And now all the air comes out, I reconnect the system back, and now I got heat coming from the rear of the car to the front of the car. There is heat coming to the system, no more overheat, and it is fixed, guys. So if anyone have any question, talk me below. Talk me below. It's my first rodeo on this one, but I did it. All right, now guys, I fixed the turbo boost. No more oil flow from the engine, from the tailpipe. I fixed the the heat in the system, no more overheating, I believe. The needle, as you can see, the needle set correctly and where it's supposed to be set. Yes, I have a check engine light. I know what that light is about. I removed the air cleaner hosing while I start the car, so that triggers off the check engine light actually, and low tire pressure, that I know that. So now I'm about to check the code anyway, which I know what it is. So I hooked up my scan tool to the system. I have my scan tool hooked up to the system. So now I'm gonna check the code, clear the code, and then go and do a test drive. Go and do a test drive on this thing, and oh, what did I do? I turned it off. Okay, let's start it up again, and I have my ODB scan tool from Centec. Work pretty good, pretty good. You can do OBD, of course, and you can do AB system, air brake system, and of course I'm gonna go and clear the code. I'm gonna look up the code here, and I'm gonna see what that code is, and of course then I will clear it. It says code found 2. Erase stored code, which I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna erase it because I didn't do the test yet. So I'm gonna say yes, erase. And then it says read code, which I'm gonna read that code now and see what we get. Store code, pending code. We're gonna go to store code. Let's go to store code. It says P0016. Crankshaft position sensor. Of course, I removed that. Camshaft position sensor. I removed that. I was doing some checks there, which is a bank 1. So I know what those is because I had removed some wires in there to do some tests while the engine was running. So what I'm gonna do from here, I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna let's go into pending code first and see what pending code has for me. Should be the PO100Z. All right. Crankshaft position sensor, timing over, retarded. All right, I know what that is because bank 1. I had actually removed the O2 sensor. I do some reconnecting there to get the Ecoboost system back in. So I remove some plugs there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go through the system and clear the code and retest the code. So I'm gonna go erase, and it says erase trouble code. Yes. Frozen code, yes. Code erase. It says it's done. All right, now I'm gonna go back to the system up here, and I'm gonna read code again. And it says store code, pending code, store code. Let's go into store code. I'm gonna say yes. No code are stored in the module. All right, then I'm gonna go to pending code. I'm gonna get yes again. No pending code are stored in the module. So I am clear with that. I am clear with that. And if you look, there is no codes on the system now. If I can show you here. See, there's no code, no check engine light, nothing shows up. So what I'm gonna do, the system is clear, except for that one low air pressure, which I'll take care of that in a second. So another day, I should say. So I'm gonna go out now, and I'm gonna do a test drive. It's not overheating now, so I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna do a test drive. Stand with me, guys. All right, I'm down the street here. I'm gonna drive around the block a couple of times. So stand with me while I go around this. No more check engine light. No more overheating. And heat is blowing hot in the car now. So just doing around the block and do some testing. My test. As you see, I'm going around the block. No overheat, no check engine light. I got it. It's being fixed. No check engine light. No overheating. Thanks guys for watching. Any question, give me a